Hi. Imran Khan's interview last week to Axios on HBO would have been fun if it was not so tragic. The interview saw him literally turn a deaf ear to any and every criticism of Pakistan's fair weather ally China. Now, when the interviewer, Jonathan Swan, asked Khan about his total silence about the genocide of Uyghur Muslims in Western China, Imran Khan said, and I quote, "What our conversations have been with the Chinese, this is not the case." According to them, he added. Take a listen to that.
Just across your border in Western China, the Chinese government has imprisoned more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims in re-education camps. The Chinese government has tortured Muslims, forcibly sterilized them, and they've destroyed mosques in Xinjiang and also punished Muslims for fasting, praying, even giving Muslim names to their children. Prime Minister, why are you so outspoken about Islamophobia in Europe and the United States, but totally silent about the genocide of Muslims in Western China?
What our conversations have been with the Chinese, this is not the case, according to them.
The evidence is just overwhelming.
Whatever issues we have with the Chinese, we speak to them behind closed doors.
You saw how that played out. When Swan pressed ahead, saying that the evidence against China was just overwhelming, Imran Khan stuck to his guns, saying whatever issues we have with the Chinese, we discuss behind closed doors. He even went on to question why the issue of Uyghur Muslims was such a big issue in the Western world. Well, to answer Mr. Khan's question, the world is worried about what is going on in Xinjiang province because there is a growing body of evidence that shows that China has detained more than 1 million Uyghurs over the past several years in camps. Now, they are forced to work in these camps as bonded labor, brainwashed, and tortured. There is even evidence of Uyghur women being forcibly sterilized to suppress the population and of separation of Uyghur children from their families. Now back to Imran Khan's HBO interview. Now, during the course of the interaction, the Pakistani premier inadvertently gave away the reason for his staunch defense of the Chinese establishment. He said, and I quote, that China has been one of the greatest friends to us in our most difficult times, unquote. He said this and added that when the Pakistani economy was struggling, it was China that came to their rescue. So essentially, what Imran Khan just admitted is that he's willing to sweep China's atrocities against Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang under the carpet just because China is fueling millions into the Pakistani economy. Now, if that does not make Imran Khan a hypocrite, then nothing does. The man has positioned himself as a fierce defender of Muslims worldwide, but is willing to ignore the goings-ons in his own backyard. Now, during his political career, Imran Khan has repeatedly rallied against Islamophobia, even mooted a global coalition to combat Islamophobia. He cried the abuses suffered by Muslims, Muslim communities in Chechnya, in Yemen, in Palestine territories. He's written an open letter to Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to ban Islamophobia, even urged leaders of the Muslim states to collectively come together to counter the growing Islamophobia in Western countries. Now, in this backdrop, Imran Khan's willing acceptance of China's word on the oppression of the Uyghur Muslim community is mortifying, to say the least. In fact, when he was quizzed repeatedly by the interviewer, Imran Khan retaliated by saying that I concentrate on what is happening in my border, on my border in my country. Now, somebody needs to inform the Pakistani premier that Xinjiang is also almost adjoining Pakistan's border. Now let's talk about the why. At a time when the Pakistan economy is struggling to keep its head above waters, it is China which has come to their aid. China is now the biggest investor in Pakistan, even if we do not take into account the $60 billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project, or the CPEC project. Now, Chinese investors are also frontrunners to buy into the various loss-making state-owned enterprises in Pakistan. Chinese money has come as a blessing for Pakistan at a time when it is struggling to raise investments from elsewhere, especially since the country has been under placed on the grey list by the Financial Task Force for terror financing for years now. Now, worse, reports suggest that Pakistan is in fact taking loans from China to pay off its loans to other countries that are maturing, falling into a vicious Chinese debt trap, so to speak. In fact, a debt-ridden Pakistan is struggling to even pay back loans that it has taken from China itself. According to a recent report in the Frontier Post, Pakistan has requested Beijing for one more year to pay back $1 billion, which they had borrowed last year. So Imran Khan's reluctance to point fingers at Beijing over the genocide of Uyghur Muslims seems directly related to Beijing's money bags and investments in Pakistan. Islamabad also depends heavily on China for political support at global forums, several of them. Pakistan and its Prime Minister simply cannot afford to antagonize Beijing by calling it out. Although turning a blind eye to the plight of Uyghur Muslims exposes Imran Khan's own hypocrisy as he continues to cry about Islamophobia in other countries.